You've looked at a photo of yourself as a baby and felt nothing. Not sadness, not warmth, just a strange, quiet blank, like looking at someone else's kid. You know the story, someone told it to you, but you were never actually there for it, not in the way that counts. Most people brush past that feeling. They call it normal, shrug, move on. But sit with it for a second. There's a stretch of your own existence, years of it that you cannot access. Not blurry, not faded, gone in a way nothing else in your memory is gone. And most people assume this means something in your brain just wasn't good enough yet to hold on to things. That's not quite it. Neuroscientists Paul Franklin and Sheena Jocelyn at the Hospital for Sick Children in Toronto found something stranger. In a young brain, new neurons are being born at a staggering rate, and that growth actually overwrites the wiring holding your oldest memories in place. It's not that your brain failed to save your early years. It's that it was busy building something bigger and it cleared space to do it. You weren't malfunctioning back then. You were under construction. Here's the part that's actually unsettling. A Yale researcher named Nick Turk-Brown scanned the brains of infants as young as 4 months old using MRI while they looked at images. The hippocampus, the part of your brain that encodes memory, lit up. And that activity predicted months later which images the baby still recognized. The memories were being made. Researchers published this finding in Science in 2025, and it flips the old theory upside down. You didn't fail to store your first years, you stored them. One woman described trying to remember her mother's face from a photo taken when she was 11 months old. She stared at it for a long time, waiting for something to surface. A smell, a sound, anything real. Nothing came. Just the photo and the story her mother had told her 100 times about that day. The memory wasn't gone. It was locked somewhere she couldn't reach anymore. So why would your brain do that? Why store something and then bury it? Psychologist Nora Newcomb at Temple University has a theory that cuts deep. In your first 2 years, your brain isn't trying to build a life story. It's trying to figure out how gravity works, how faces mean things, how sound turns into language, holding on to specific moments, the party, the fall. The first snow would have been a distraction from that job. You weren't given a bad memory. You were given a brain that already knew what to build first. If this is the first time someone put a name to that blank spot for you, there's more of this on the channel. So here's the question worth sitting with. If your brain once erased years of your own life to prioritize function over feeling, are you sure it's stopped doing that? Or is some part of you still quietly deciding what's worth keeping without ever asking you first? There's no getting that footage back. No amount of trying will make the room open. But the room is still there. You just don't have the key anymore. Ever tried to remember something from before age 3 and caught yourself filling in the blanks with a story someone else told you? Tell me in the comments. And if someone you know has always wondered why their earliest years feel like somebody else's life, send them this.